All right, guys, before we begin, if you hear a crying baby in the background, that is my 7-day-old son, and the reality is he just doesn't care that dad is downstairs trying to record a video. His lack of given is really inspiring. But all right, let's get into the sneaker that we are talking about today. This one was, I think, on most people's top 10 list for 2021 when it dropped. It dropped in December, so this is not an old release. I just got my pair in because, secondary, and honestly, it made my top 10 list. It was at number 7, I believe. And I think that if I would have had it in hand, I maybe would have put it a little bit higher because I should have known better. I thought maybe they would underwhelm in some ways, but they just don't. These are dope. And they are kind of a category of sneaker that I consider in my collection that maybe would help, I think, a lot of people who may have been disappointed by this, perhaps recontextualize the viewpoint of how you should maybe look at a sneaker like this. This is how I look at it, so maybe you might agree after you hear me out. But before we get into all of that, let's talk about what we're talking about. This is the Jordan 1 BRED patent, right? I know it's not the real bread. We'll talk about why that doesn't really matter for this particular release. But before we get into it, let's first take a closer look. All right, guys, welcome back. And now that you've seen it, we're gonna have to switch shoes. But see, if I switch shoes, then I won't be able to do the lateral side facing you. Hold on, we're gonna modify some things. Okay, all right, on the other shoe for later. From the top. All right, guys, and now that you've seen a closer look of these bad boys right here, welcome. My name is Steve. If you are new here, we talk sneakers and among other things. I just ordered a Yeezy Gap hoodie in black. I will be dropping a review on that as well. I did the Yeezy puffer jacket as well. I am going to get into more apparel reviews, expanding this men's fashion type of YouTube channel I guess we have become, though we are all about sneakers first and foremost. So if you are new here, consider joining the fam. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and I want you guys to be a part of it because your likes, comments, subscription, engagement, all of that is what makes this sneaker channel great. It's not me, it's you, and I appreciate each and every last one of you. Also, the helpful links down in the description below: protective shoe spray, cleaning kits to keep your kicks clean, my favorite sneaker books, as well as links to cop these bad boys right here. I will have the eBay link for you to cop these bad boys. Authenticity, of course, guaranteed now with eBay, so fire away with some offers. You might get a better deal than you would buying somewhere else. Now, let's get into the sneaker at hand, the Jordan High Patent BRED. Absolutely stunning shoe. Let's just say that right from the get-go for multiple reasons, right? It's the BRED colorway. It's the Jordan 1 High. Silhouette is unmatched in terms of being iconic and good looking, and just overall, I feel like I just have appreciated Jordan 1s more and more as the years have gone by, and just really wishing that I didn't sell or skip a lot of different colorways. I used to see people with those racks of Jordan 1s in all the colors and think to myself, that's just way too much. They're just collecting for collecting's sake. But now I'm a little envious. If I could have maybe 5 to 10 pairs of Jordan 1s, I think that's a sweet spot for me, but I digress. I need to make more money so I can do that. These right here, though, my philosophy on why I like these so much is something that helps me kind of get over the fact that they're just blatantly not giving us the Jordan 1s that we want, right? It seems like they are doing everything they can to keep the Chicagos and the BREDs from re-releasing, and this feels like another move in that direction, another disappointment in that long line of releases where at first glance you go, oh, no, it's not what it is. It's not what we want. And believe me, I am with you guys, and I get that. So I understand the little bit of blowback there was for this colorway, but I don't think that we should just leave it at that and write this thing off, because patent leather, it looks so good. And Jordan brand has made patent leather on the basketball sneaker or on the casual sneaker really part of their brand DNA. You can't think of patent leather on a sneaker without thinking of Jordan 11s. And so that doesn't mean that it can't translate well to other models. Of course, we just had those gold toe crazy ones that came out recently. There's been plenty of other patent leather iterations of Jordan sneakers that look fantastic. Even something like the Jordan Dub Zeros, which is something I did a review on a while ago on the white cement colorway. To me, that felt like a $250 sneaker for $150, part of it is the patent leather and how great it looks. So, and I think another thing that people kind of get confused on, or maybe there's a bit of a misconception with, is patent leather creasing. Yes, it does crease just like regular leather. I do feel like there's some overstated fear on patent leather creasing worse than regular leather. I don't think that's the case necessarily. The ironic thing about patent leather is that it was developed as a more durable version of leather. This coating makes it more durable, makes it more waterproof. So it didn't really start out as kind of a high fashion type of finish. It was meant more for durability. And when I think of durability, I think of the dunks that are in the background here. You see these BRED dunks? They're about 13, 14 years old. Let me bring those up. And that has patent leather around the toe here and then regular leather on top. So let me go grab that and let's see how that's doing after almost 15 years. All right, now I basically neglected these things. I did nothing to take care of them. I didn't condition the leather. I haven't even wiped them down, I don't think. Maybe once or twice in the 15 years I've owned them. And you can kind of see, as I bring it into focus here, the patent leather really doesn't look any worse than the regular leather. I mean, especially if I wipe this patent leather down and kind of gave it a little bit more of its shine back. Really, this shoe is held up incredibly well. Keep in mind, I didn't wear it like every single day and beat it to death. But my point being is that there's creases in the leather, there's creases in the patent leather, and it's really not that different. It's not that big of a deal in all honesty. Now, could this being a completely patent leather upper maybe exacerbate that look and really show some hard creases and maybe not look good? I guess it remains to be seen, although I've already seen some people that have put in lots of steps in this very shoe, and it didn't look bad. Obviously, they weren't purposefully trying to destroy the shoe to test its durability. They were just going on about their lives, which is what all of us are going to do, and they still looked good. So I think we ought to chill on being so concerned about it being an all patent leather and is it gonna hold up? Guys, it's gonna hold up. It's a matter of how well you're gonna take care of the shoe, of course. If you wanna beat it to death, you can do that, and maybe it'll still look good, right? Plenty of Jordan 1s look good after they've been cooked. Again, let's chill on all of this worrying about whether the thing's gonna hold up or not. You're buying your shoes to wear them. Now, to address the disappointment that it's not the colorway that we all really want, when it comes to something like this, I kind of view this as what I call a shelf piece, part of my collection. I had a surprisingly pretty popular video on the Air Max 90s that came in this metallic gold colorway, and it was like an all patent metallic gold, and it looks super dope. And to me, it felt like the trophy version of the Air Max 90, a shoe that we all know and love. It's a Nike icon, and this is like the trophy version of that. And I think that was dope, and to me, it was one of those shelf piece type of shoes. Personally, I didn't decide to wear that one. That one is kind of my display, almost like a conversation piece in your house, right? I mean, people are putting giant bear bricks and cause statues in their house. Why not a beautiful, shiny patent leather Air Max 90 to kind of signify your love for sneakers? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And that's kind of the mindset that I took to this one. So this one I do plan on wearing because I am going to get another pair at least, because surprisingly prices have come down and it's sub 400. I think I'm going to spring for another pair to have one to actually rock, because I'm such a weird collector perfectionist in certain ways that sometimes if I only have one of something, especially that's like something like this that's very special, I don't want to mess it up. Obviously, we want a BRED colorway, and I get that, but I think if you take the mindset that this is kind of a special edition BRED colorway, in a similar way that the Jordan 12 taxis that just came out, excuse me, the royalties, they're basically the taxis with the little gold hits. That's like a special edition taxis. This is a special edition BRED. I think that's dope, and the time will come when we get the reissue of the original BRED highs, and guess what? We'll all take the L anyway. There are a couple nice touches to this shoe that I have noticed. One is the laces here. They feel like extra smooth. They just felt really nice. These laces didn't feel like typical laces I get in most Nike sneakers. I don't know if they're really different. They're not waxed or anything, but they feel nicer. And then the other cool thing is embroidered on the inside of the shoe here, on the medial side of each foot, it says family done in red. That's pretty dope. I like that as well. Lest we forget this noisy thing that you get as well. It's a really nice metal hang tag. I mean, this could have been done in plastic. It could have been done as just paper, really. And I think most people would have been fine with it because they're just going to take it off and not wear it with the shoe anyway. But it is nice that it's a nicer, heavier type of feel. Just, again, elevates this release, giving it more of that special edition feel. Let's talk about just the upper in particular. I think the patent leather looks fantastic, and I don't think there's any reason to think that this is not real patent leather. It feels very good. It's got that nice stiffer quality to it, but it's still pliable. It doesn't feel cheap in any way. It feels just like the patent leather that are on my Concords, my BRED 11s, 7s and all other patent leather sneakers I might have in the collection at this point from Nike, it feels and looks really good. And that's why in hand, I was kind of like, okay, I get it now. I was a little skeptical, but now I get it. For someone that doesn't have an OG BRED and is not gonna pay the crazy price for an OG BRED at the moment, this is going to do, and it's going to do just fine. I think what else is cool is that you can just wear this the same way you would wear a pair of OG BREDs. You can pair it with the same fits, the same looks. You can rock it the way that you normally would. It's just gonna give you a little bit of extra pop, draw the eyes down to your feet a little bit quicker than usual. But because the colorway is subdued in it being black, obviously the absence of color, not just a dark color, and then red, which is not terribly bright. It's not like this is gold, it's not yellow. It's still subdued in a way that allows the little bit of shine to happen without being too crazy. Of course, it is pretty customary to wear patent leather shoes with a tuxedo, and when that is done, the patent leather doesn't blind you or overtake the rest of the look because it's a black patent leather. This is kind of accomplishing the same thing. The little hits of red are a bit much. I think though it wouldn't have the same effect if this was like, say, a Chicago one where you got the bright white toe and the white in the middle here. That would make this thing just a little bit more overt and probably move further away from my liking. I think this is a real nice balance of flash, but also keeping it classy. In terms of the fit, guys, it really doesn't change much that it's a patent leather versus a regular leather Jordan 1, so go with your same size. It's true size for me. Same thing I do it in Air Force 1. It's obviously gonna be a little bit stiffer getting it on, and it might feel a little stiffer the first couple times you wear it, but this is going to flex a little bit, break in a little bit, and it's gonna feel like your everyday Jordan 1 or sneaker in general. So in terms of sizing and fit and all that, nothing really changes here at all. And like I said, the prices actually come down on these, so my recommendation is if you are into these, now might be the right time to strike. I can't really foresee it going much lower than where they're at currently, and I can definitely only see them going up. I think the initial backlash to it not being the colorway that we want has provided a buying opportunity for those of us that are really into this sneaker, so I definitely recommend it after having it in hand. It comes with my full recommendation if you are a Jordan fan, especially a Jordan Retro fan. This feels like one of those jewels in the crown type of releases that you're gonna be happy with yourself years down the line if you pulled the trigger. And so that does it for me, guys, on this video of the Jordan 1 BRED Patents OG High. Absolutely stunning shoe. I absolutely recommend it if you are feeling it. Let me know what you think about them down in the comments below. And of course, if you are new here and enjoyed the video, consider joining the fam. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and I want you guys to be a part of it. Your likes, comments, subscriptions, engagement, all of that is what makes this sneaker channel great. It's not me, it's you, and I appreciate each and every last one of you. Of course, helpful links down in the description: protective shoe spray, cleaning kits to keep your kicks clean, my favorite sneaker books, as well as links to cop these. eBay link is in the description. Again, make an offer. The prices have come down a little bit. You might get someone to bite and get an even better deal. And with all that being said, I hope you have a good day, good evening, good night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.